With the war ongoing between Israel and Hamas, many people in north central Florida are supporting each other and praying for Israel. TV 20's Kayla Lewis shows us how people at Chabad UF came together in solidarity.
Applause, prayer, and hope filled Chabad UF at the Unity and Solidarity for Israel program. The community gathered to hear from a current Israeli defense soldier and the rabbi. Israel and Hamas have been at war since October 7th.
After the Holocaust, the world vowed never again. Yet since the Holocaust, we have never lost so many of our brothers and sisters, Jews, in one single day.
While eating Israeli breakfast and supporting each other, two former IDF soldiers who are now UF students spoke about how this war has hit too close to home.
Unfortunately, 3 soldiers of mine murdered on this brutal attack, so I'm hoping that no more losses in our side and everybody going home safe.
Another former IDF soldier says he used to be stationed on the Gaza border and wishes he could do more, so this program helps him feel supported. Mayor Harvey Ward attended the program at Chabad UF, and his main message is that everyone belongs here in Gainesville.
I want everyone to feel good about being here in our community, and it's so important to me that everyone understand that we all belong here, and anything I could do to further that, I want to do.
People left the program today feeling supported and hopeful. They also had the chance to donate to the Israel Emergency Fund, which helps Israel's relief efforts. Chabad UF will have uniform security at scheduled programs until further notice.
We all pray for peace and unity, and I'm hoping for a day when that's possible.
In Gainesville, Kayla Lewis, TV 20 News.